Here are Danny and Bloodhound, and as you might know, Danny is quite a fan of the variant system within Battlefield 1. Instead of having the choice of taking any silly attachment combination you want, good or bad. Even though every gun generally only has around 3 decent combinations within Battlefield 4, it makes it also a lot easier to balance out as well. For example, in Battlefield 4, when a gun was deemed overpowered with a certain attachment combination, like an AEK, which is balanced around a high recoil, then when you're able to take away most of its recoil, you're practically asking for balance issues. So, instead of having to change the base gun to work with the attachments, you can change each variant apart. Think the Automatical Storm needs more recoil while the other 2 variants stay the same? You can do that. Also, the amount of attachments within Battlefield 3 never really seemed an issue, since we never really saw anyone really complain about only being able to choose a grip, a heavy barrel, and a cobra sight. Or, when you want to be stealthy but less lethal, a suppressor. However, Battlefield 1's system does have some flaws. Not every weapon has enough variants to fill in each niche. Here are 6 variants that I'd love to see in Battlefield 1. Let's start off with the ribeyrolles, probably one of our favorite SMGs in the game. It has a pretty good range for the assault class and a slightly too small magazine, a nice bipod, and looks like the 1918 version of the AK-47. Sad thing is, it only has one variant, the factory version, so I hope DICE ever releases the ribeyrolles optical with slightly better accuracy and damage drop-off, but it will be worse while moving to balance it out. It'll also fit the more proactive type of playstyle DICE seems to be supporting more, especially after the Time to Kill 2.0 patch. Another one that we'd like to see as well is a Hellriegel trench variant. With a 20 bullet magazine and better hipfire, just imagine having the bar trench, but with a slightly higher fire rate for the assault class. Also, a magazine version of the Hellriegel was actually tested back in the day, but obviously nothing of it was a success, else there would actually be more than 3 pictures out there in existence. Next up is the Ross infantry rifle. While still not released, it seems to be shaping up as a marksman only version, but due to its straight pull bow, it could actually make a fun infantry rifle like the M95. We wouldn't say no to a high powered scope version of it either. As for the 4th one, it would be the RSC sniper. With the optical being only able to be equipped with a 2.5 times scope, the sniper would have a 4 times scope, which would work amazingly well with its 2-hit kill potential. Then, currently on the CTE, at least of the 3rd of February, there is a 770 rounds per minute maximum SMG08, and while it has a lot of recoil, not everyone is happy about the fact that it replaces the slower but more accurate 450 RPM variant. So make it some kind of experimental version with a higher fire rate, but keep the slower and more accurate ones with the factory and optical variants. And the most important one of them all, a Calibri with a ridiculously long extended magazine and a 10 times scope just for the shits and giggles. And as a bonus, a mortar or crossbow that can shoot smoke across the battlefield for his team to move up, which is actually already a thing on the competitive incursions game mode. Anyways, for the gun variants that are already within the game, check out the video we'll link in the comments. This was Danny and Bloodhound, and we'll see you on the battlefield.